When Eratosthenes had learned all he could at the gymnasium, he, like many Greek boys, was sent to the famous Greek capital city to learn more. He said goodbye to his parents and his teachers and sailed to Athens. In Athens he studied mathematics, philosophy, and science. There wasn't much time for the lyre or marbles, but there was always time for questions. In addition to being a great questioner, Eratosthenes was a terrific list maker. He liked making lists. It was a good way to organize information so it could be shared with other people. He made a list of all the important dates in the history of Greece. This kind of list is called a chronology. He also made a list of all the winners of the Olympic Games, and he began to write books. He wrote one on comedy, one on history, and one on the constellations. Eratosthenes' name started to get around. When Eratosthenes was 30 years old, a king called Ptolemy III, the ruler of Egypt, asked him to serve as tutor for his son Philopator in Alexandria. Eratosthenes was ecstatic. For a scholar like himself, Alexandria was the most exciting place to be. It was the center of all learning. It boasted a library and a museum that were the best in the world. All the great questions about science, literature, and history could be asked and researched here. For indeed this museum was not just a collection of things on exhibit. The word museum literally means place of the muses. In Greek mythology, the muses are the 9 daughters of Zeus who helped inspire artists and scientists. At the museum, there were laboratories and libraries, dining halls and private studios. There were special promenades that wound through quiet gardens for thoughtful strolls. Great minds were supposed to come to this place to read, study, and be inspired. And if the stomachs of the great minds started to growl with hunger, there were meals, porridge, fruit, nuts, and cheese. It was here that the first dictionaries and encyclopedias were written. It was in the dissecting laboratories of the museum that a scientist named Herophilius first recognized the connection between a person's heartbeat and pulse and discovered the differences between arteries and veins. A man named Ctesibius invented the first water-driven clock as well as the first keyboard musical instrument.